Hey guys, YouTube Boy 100 here. And now that I've reviewed every single Wrestlemania now, I figured what I do now is, since I've now reviewed every single Wrestlemania and I've now rated them, figured what I do is now I would just rank the Wrestlemanias from worst Wrestlemania to best Wrestlemania. Yeah, now. Yeah, so all you who have seen my Wrestlemania reviews up, you saw the overall rating I gave the shows. So now, based on those, I'm now going to rank every single WrestleMania from the worst one to the best one. Alright, so, yeah, let's just get started on here. Yeah, at number 28, the worst WrestleMania is WrestleMania 11, as I said. I hated this show so bad. Not one good match on the show, not even Diesel Shawn Michaels. Yeah, everything about this show sucked. And, yeah, I gave that 0.25 out of 10. So yeah. So that comes in at number 28 as the worst, WrestleMania 11. Number 27, WrestleMania 9, which I gave a 3 out of 10. Yeah, this wasn't a good either. Yeah, but it had a couple of good matches on here. Yeah, Shawn Michaels and Tatanka, the Steiner Brothers versus the Head Shrinkers. Yeah, and a lot of people really despised the ending with Hulk Hogan winning the title from Yokozuna in the 21 seconds. So yeah, that wasn't good either, and that comes in as second worst at number 27, WrestleMania 9. Yeah. Okay, number 26 is WrestleMania 5. I gave that a 3.75 out of 10. Yeah, I really didn't like the show. Yeah, I had a bunch of bullcrap stuff on here. Bushwhackers versus the Rougeos. It was Jake Roberts versus Andre the Giant. And Bad News Brown versus Jim Duggan, Bobby Heenan versus Red Rooster, and the long-ass Piper's Pit. Yeah, and I really didn't like this show. Yeah, only good thing about it was Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage. Yeah, I like that. Other than that, nothing good on the show. So yeah, that comes in at number 26. Number 25 is WrestleMania 2. Yeah, I remember I said first half of the show was freaking horrible. You had that awful boxing match with Roddy Piper and Mr. T. And the horrible, really bad Intercontinental Championship match with Randy Savage and George Animal Steel. The idiotic flag match with Nikolai Volkov and Corporal Kirchner. The 1 minute women's championship match with Reba McEntire and Fabulous Moolah. No, wait. Did I say Reba McEntire? I'm sorry, Velvet McEntire. Yeah. Yeah, Velvet McEntire and Fabulous Moolah. I'm sorry. Yeah, and then, yeah, second half it was better. The 20-man Battle Royal, the Tag Team Championship match, and the other tag match, and then Steel Cage match with Hulk Hogan and King Kong Bundy. So yeah, that was the second half of the show. Got the show better, but it's, like I said in the review, it wasn't enough to save the show, and I gave that a 4 out of 10. Yeah, that comes in at number 25. Number 24, WrestleMania 4. Yeah, I said it, the entire tournament, I mean, all the matches were short and really not memorable at all. And a lot of the stuff outside the tournament really wasn't good, pretty much everything. And yeah, but yeah, it was a good final with Randy Savage and Ted DiBiase. So yeah, that was a good thing about the show. Yeah, and everything else really was not good. A lot of horrible stuff on here. Don Morocco and Dino Bravo. Baron Bigelow and One Man Gang, Rick Rude, Jake Roberts, Hercules and Ultimate Warrior, Randy Savage and One Man Gang. And yeah, I mean, Brutus Beefcake and Honky Tonk Man. Yeah. Yeah. The main event was the only good thing about the show. I gave that 4.25 out of 10. And for WrestleMania 4, that comes in at number 24. Number 23, WrestleMania 15 with a 5 out of 10. Yeah, I said it in the review. This show was just bad. I mean, you had a 4-minute tag team title match, just a BS Brawl for All match, a crappy 4-way Intercontinental Championship match, Kane versus Triple H ended in disqualification, a god-awful Women's Championship match, and, yeah, the worst Hell in a Cell of all time, Undertaker and Big Boss Man. But yeah, you still had a couple of good things. Shane versus X-Pac, good, and of course, Rock versus Stone Cold was good too. So yeah, those were two good things about the show. Everything else not good. That comes in at number 23 with a 5 out of 10. Number 22, WrestleMania 13 with a 5.25 out of 10. Yeah, we all know if it wasn't for Bret Hart and Stone Cold, this could have gone down even lower on the list and probably one of the top 3 worst WrestleManias. But yeah, Bret versus Stone Cold really he saved the show, and that's obviously 5 stars. Yeah, the Chicago Street Fight was also enjoyable. Everything else was just bad. Really, that horrible opener with the 4-team elimination match, and the awful WWF Championship match between Sid and The Undertaker, that was horrible. So yeah, that comes in at number 22 with 5.25. Number 21, WrestleMania 16, or WrestleMania 2000. Yeah, like I said, a bunch of randomly put together tag team matches in the show. Yeah, but triangle ladder match, really good. And 2-fall triple threat match was good. Yeah, fatal 4-way main event. It wasn't really bad, but yeah, the way it was booked was. Now, we know it should have been just Triple H versus Rock without McFoley and Big Show. So yeah, but yeah, the match was, it was a good match, just not great. Yeah, everything else was just bad. Very bad. Well, yeah, the Hardcore Battle Royal, as I said, that was enjoyable too. Yeah, everything else was bad. So, yeah. So that comes in at number 21 with 5.5. Number 20, WrestleMania 25 with 5.75. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Undertaker Shawn Michaels, that was really good. But yeah, and yeah, Money in the Bank was good too. Everything else was either just average, mediocre, or bad. Yeah, both of the world title matches really should have been better. The triple threat for the World Heavyweight Championship, yeah, that should have been better. Kind of disappointing. Triple H versus Randy Orton WWE Championship match, very disappointing. So yeah, there was a lot of disappointments on this show, but Undertaker Shawn Michaels was a very good match. So yeah, that comes in at number 19 with a no, sorry, it comes in number 20 with a 5.75. Number 19, WrestleMania 27 with a 6 out of 10. Now, like I said in the review, you think this is the worst WrestleMania ever, you clearly haven't seen every single WrestleMania. Yeah, you really need to go back and see all the WrestleManias that are underneath this one, if you haven't seen them before, and you think this is the worst WrestleMania. Yeah, Triple H Undertaker was good, and Randy Orton vs. CM Punk was good. Yeah, and this really is not as bad as people say it is. Yeah, Miz vs. John Cena, like I said, it really wasn't that bad, but it should have been better. And yeah, highlighted the match for me with stuff with The Rock at the end. Yeah, but still, it wasn't as bad as people say it is. And yeah, this WrestleMania just is not as bad as you're saying. Only really bad things about the show were Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler and the 6-person mixed tag. Everything else really isn't that bad. Alright. But yeah, that comes in at number 19 with a 6 out of 10. Number 18, WrestleMania 1 with a 6.75 out of 10. Now, this might not be one of the great WrestleManias today, but really, back then, I think it really was good. Yeah, like I said, this show, it definitely was a success. I mean, if it didn't succeed, we wouldn't have gotten all of WrestleMania, and it probably wouldn't even be here today. So yeah, like I said in that review, a lot of this card was just kind of your average wrestling matches. Yeah, and it has the probably most known for the main event with Hulk Hogan and Mr. T versus Roddy Piper and Paul Orndorff. Yeah, so yeah, I thought that was enjoyable. And the tag title match was good too. Everything else just kind of average wrestling match, pretty much what you'd expect. Oh yeah, that comes in at number 18 with a 6.75 out of 10. Number 17 is Wrestlemania 6 with a 7 out of 10. Yeah, looking back on it now after I made my review for that show, it's probably just because of Hogan and Warrior that this WrestleMania gets that high. Yeah, that's a very good match. Everything else on the show, not really too great. Okay, but yeah, Hogan and Warrior is the highlight of the night, and yeah, that really raises it up to the 7 out of 10. So yeah, that's number 17. Number 16, WrestleMania 21 with a 7.25 out of 10. Yeah, first half of the show was really good, and then it started to go downhill. Yeah, Money in the Bank was really good. Taker versus Randy Orton was good. Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels was very good. Yeah, and like I said, 2 world title matches. WWE Championship match sucked. Yeah, and World Heavyweight title match with Triple H and Batista. Yeah, like I said, it was just okay. It really should have been better. But yeah. But it's also known for having 2 new world champions, so yeah. That comes in at number 16 with a 7.25 out of 10. Number 15, WrestleMania 22. Yeah, Mick Foley Edge, very good. Money in the Bank, really good. But Shawn Michaels versus Vince McMahon, I really liked. World Heavyweight Championship Triple Threat, it was very good, but it was very short too. Less than 10 minutes long. And yeah, WWE title match. Yeah, it was good. But I thought it could have been better, but yeah. It was still good, and that comes in at number 15. Number 14, WrestleMania 12. Oh, that also has 7.25. Yeah. Iron Man match for the WWE title. Like I said, first half was kind of boring and then picked up in the second half. Hollywood Backlot Brawl was enjoyable. Stone Cold versus Savio Vega was okay. Yeah. Ultimate Warrior's return burying Triple H. That's a shame. And Diesel versus Undertaker was just fine for what it was. Yeah. And yeah, and as I said, the Iron Man match was very good. And it really got good in the second half. First half was just average, and it was kind of boring, but it picked up in the second half, like I said. And yeah, it comes in at number 14 with a 7.25. Number 13, WrestleMania 7, and with a 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, a lot of good stuff on this. Yeah, I mean, Randy Savage versus Ultimate Warrior, and the reuniting with Savage and Elizabeth. Art Foundation versus Nasty Boys tag team titles was good. Hulk Hogan versus Sergeant Slaughter WWE title was good. But yeah, and yeah, like I said, this is one of the more underrated WrestleManias, I'd say. So yeah, comes in at number 13 with a 7.5 out of 10. Number 12, WrestleMania 20 with a 7.75 out of 10. Yeah, like I said, I thought this was good mostly due to 2 matches. Yeah, it's mostly good for the 2 World Championship matches. Eddie Guerrero versus Kurt Angle and World Heavyweight title triple threat match. Triple H versus Shawn Michaels versus Chris Benoit. Those 2 matches are very good. Everything else, not really that great. Yeah, Brock Lesnar Goldberg was so disappointing. Undertaker Kane, pretty. Some people would say that's a disappointment, but like I said, that was pretty much what I expected. Undertaker just pretty much dominating the match. Now, both of the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team title matches were bad. Yeah, but like I said, 2 world title matches really good, and that really gets this WrestleMania as high as it is. So it comes in at number 12 with a 7.75 out of 10. Number 11, WrestleMania 28 with an 8 out of 10. Like I said, this was great, most due to the three main attractions of the show: Rock, Cena, Triple H, Taker, and Punk and Jericho. Yeah, all three of those matches I delivered, and they lived up to the hype. And everything else was pretty much what you'd expect. Yeah, the Hell in a Cell match was freaking awesome. And yeah, the other two matches, Punk, Jericho, Rock, and Cena, were really good too. So that comes in at number 11 with an 8 out of 10. Number 10, WrestleMania 3 with an 8 out of 10. Yeah, Hogan versus Andre was not really like anything too great, but it was really memorable with the slam. And it was just fine in ring action. And Ricky Steamboat versus Macho Man Randy Savage, very, very good Intercontinental Championship match. Yeah, everything else was just fine for what it was. Yeah, so that comes in at number 10. Number 9, WrestleMania 23 with 8 out of 10. Yeah, Undertaker versus Batista, very good. Shawn Michaels versus John Cena, very good. Umaga versus Lashley, or Vince McMahon versus Donald Trump, really good, and really enjoyable seeing Vince McMahon get his head shaved. Money in the Bank, very good. Yeah, this was a very good WrestleMania as well. Well, yeah. And that comes in at number 9 with an 8 out of 10. Number 8, WrestleMania 8. Ironic, isn't it? That also has 8 out of 10. Yeah, Roddy Piper and Bret Hart and Ric Flair versus Randy Savage, both very, very good matches right here. Everything else on here I thought was pretty enjoyable. Undertaker versus Jake was enjoyable. Tito Santana versus Shawn Michaels was enjoyable. I actually did enjoy Hulk Hogan versus Sid. I think Sparenet and myself are the only two people who like this match. Everybody else really seems to hate it. And yeah, at the end of the show, Return of the Ultimate Warrior, that was very awesome to see. So yeah, a lot of good stuff, and this is another underrated WrestleMania. So yeah, that's number 8 with an 8 out of 10. Number 7, WrestleMania 24 with an 8.25 out of 10. Yeah, this is a very good show. Shawn Michaels versus Ric Flair, Undertaker versus Edge, Triple H versus John Cena versus Randy Orton. Yeah, those were really good. Money in the Bank, very good. Yeah, and yeah, this was just a really good show with a lot of great matches on here, despite the fact that I think Shawn Michaels versus Ric Flair is a little bit overrated. Yeah, and Big Show versus Floyd Mayweather was also enjoyable. So yeah, that comes in at number 7 with 8.25 out of 10. Number 6, WrestleMania 26 with an 8.25 out of 10. Live, I really liked it, and rewatching it, I still do like it. Yeah, Triple H, Sheamus, Jericho, Batista, Jericho, Edge, I'm sorry. Batista, John Cena, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels. Really love those matches. Bret Hart, Vince McMahon disappointed me, yes, and the Divas match was crap. Yeah, and the Money in the Bank was also really good also. Yeah, this was a very good show, and it comes in at number 6 with an 8.25 out of 10. Number 5, WrestleMania 18, also with an 8.25 out of 10. I really like the show. Rock, Hogan, very good. But Triple H and Jericho, really liked it. Undertaker, Flair, very good. Stone Cold Scott Hall, like that. And stuff with the Hardcore Championship through the night was really nice too. And I really do love this WrestleMania a lot. And that's number 5 with 8.25 out of 10. Number 4, WrestleMania 10 with an 8.5 out of 10. And yeah, very good. Mostly due to 2 matches: Bret versus Owen and Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon in the ladder match. Both matches very, very good. No, really great. Not good, great. Yeah, everything else in the show not really too great, but also very memorable, with Bret Hart winning the WWF Championship and celebrating with all the other wrestlers. So yeah, that's a great show right there. Number 3, WrestleMania 14 with an 8.75 out of 10. Yeah, very good stuff. Stone Cold Shawn Michaels, Undertaker Kane, Chainsaw Charlie and Cactus Jack versus the New Age Outlaws, Taka Michinoku versus Aguila, Triple H versus Owen Hart. Yeah, they're all really good matches. Ken Shamrock versus The Rock was the only real disappointment of the night. Yeah, and I'd say this is the most underrated WrestleMania of all time. This was very good. And the Austin era begins. So yeah, that is a great WrestleMania right there. That's number 3 with an 8.75 out of 10. Number 2, WrestleMania 19 with a 9.25 out of 10. Really good stack card. Shawn Michaels and Chris Jericho, although I think that match is a little bit overrated, as I said. Triple H versus Booker T, even though I thought Booker T should have won the match. Hulk Hogan versus Vince McMahon, very good, and a lot of good overbooking. Rock versus Stone Cold. Rock finally gets his big win over Stone Cold on pay-per-view. And Kurt Angle versus Brock Lesnar, very, very good match. Yeah, those two guys really always had good matches with each other. Yeah, so that's number 2 with 9.25 out of 10. And number 1, the best WrestleMania of all time, WrestleMania 17. Awesome, awesome, awesome show. Yeah, this was so great. So many great things happened. Kurt Angle, Chris Benoit, Shane McMahon versus Vince McMahon, TLC match, Undertaker, Triple H, and Rock versus Stone Cold. This was a great WrestleMania. A lot of great matches on here. Awesome, awesome, awesome show. Best WWE show of all time. And that's number 1 with a 9.75 out of 10. Alright, so there you guys go. Yeah, that's my rankings of every single WrestleMania from the worst one to the best one. And I think maybe later on tonight or tomorrow sometime I'll rank the WrestleMania main events from the worst to best. So stay tuned for that coming up. Alright, so thanks for watching this. I'll see you guys later.